Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about honing, and this is the process of getting your knife um, to a place where it's more sharp. So basically, the knives are usually after you've been carving with them for a while, um, to be they get to be a little dull. So the way to fix that is every 20 minutes of carving or so, and I sometimes I just carve for hours and then remember to do it. But basically, the rule I think is every 20 minutes of carving, you should spend about 5 minutes honing. And the way I do it is this just a piece of leather belt that I got, um, and I taped one of them onto a piece of wood. Um, Taped two of them actually from each side. And then this one I used the rough side, so there's both two sides to leather. This is the smooth side, and this is kind of the rougher side. And so what you want to do is you want to get the rougher side up and kind of glue it to a piece of wood, let it dry for a while. And I think you could use some type, I don't remember exactly the name of the glue that I used for this one, but it pretty much I'll try and find it out, and then you can give you the name for it. So basically you glue it on top, and then you have this piece of leather. Then I use this, everybody has their own favorite one. This is the one that I like. It is a Flex Cut Gold, and so it's yellow. You buy it costs about $6 for this size. If you buy it online, if you buy it in other stores, it might cost a little more. And then what you do is basically you take this and you just kind of rub it in. And after a while, you see the black stuff is that the black stuff is basically the parts of the knife that stay on the leather. So what I do is I try and put a lot of this stuff on the leather, and then after a few passes of the yellow stuff, you want to see a different color. But then basically what you do is you get the knife, and then you're gonna go over it like this, give it a little angle, and swing it over, and then the other side, turn it over, and then swing it over again. And basically the black stuff is whatever is left from the micro chips at the end of the knife. A few of those, a little bit, see I have a little bit of an angle here, and then you kind of want to adjust the angle to the angle of the knife. Every knife has its own angle. So if I use this Danny knife, it's a specific lower angle, but then if I use one of them flex cut knives, the angle is a little different. And so what you do is you kind of have more angle to it and just swing it onto one side, then swing it back going the other way. And basically once I do this run for all my tools, I can just go back to carving, and they're really sharp and really puts an edge on them. And then so for some of the other tools that I use, you need to find the level. Simply go give it a little bit of a pitch and just go back and forth. You're lifting it up because you only want to go one way, and this will also give the tool that sharp edge that it needs. So with the V tool, I do the same. The V tool is like two sides. So for those two sides, you need to do the same thing. You want it to go, lean it on one side, and then just go backwards. And then flip it over, do the same thing for the other side. And then what I also do is I find the center, put the center down, and I go back with it while wiggling it from side to side. So basically you have a curving motion of going one, turning, doing the other side, picking it up, going again, turning, getting to the other side. Now I know that there are flex cuts parts that you can do for the inside. I don't have I have it, but not here. So what I do sometimes is just take a piece of leather and I just use it for the inside after placing some of the flex cut on it, like this. And then if it's been used for a while, you won't see the yellow color coming down, but you'll see this. Okay, so that's it for now. Just spend more time on honing your tools and you'll have a much easier job at cutting the wood afterwards.